do pregnant tests. Cabbage and butternut. That's how I ate it as breakfast. Hi guys, and welcome back. Welcome. I know it's a different setting, especially with the title or the topic of this video. It's actually a wrong location. Actually, I got someone who DM'd me on Instagram after posting the video on how of the announcement of 9 months pregnant. So it's like, how did I find that? And I was like, okay, maybe some of you might be curious as well as to how I found out, or how we found out that we were expecting. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mwaka the Wifepreneur. If it's your first time on this channel, we're all about entrepreneurship, productivity, as well as social media growth. But now we're gonna add a bit of motherhood, because it is going to be part of my life now. So it's something that we need to introduce to the channel as well, as the family is growing. Right, so how did we find out that we were expecting? I try to make it as short as possible. My old family to my real family that has been here around for quite some time. You remember there's a video, I think I'll leave it up here, where I was talking about how I removed my implant. That was last year, December. So the implant was actually meant for, was it 3 years or 5 years? Because I put it the year 2019. 2022. Yeah, it was supposed to be 3 years. So this year June is when I was going to take it out. So I was supposed to take it off this year June. But the reason why I used the implant was because I'm terrified of sharp objects. So the fact that I had to go there monthly for the injection, it was not working. So the only kind of family planning that kind of works for me is that one, the short, because the patch, it kind of irritates my skin and somewhat. Right, so it was either the injection or the patch which was irritating my skin, and I was like, I'm done. I don't like things that are short term, so I just wanted something that was long term. So the idea then, up to now, I don't know how to say it, but the idea was, we were not really into, starting a family. We were like, if we'll start, but we were not like, we are never going to have kids, or we want to have kids immediately. The idea was to enjoy our marriage as much as possible. So we kind of enjoyed our marriage for at least 4 good years. 4 good years traveling, getting to know each other better, fighting and what and everything. So when I say fighting, I'm saying healthy fight, like just any other couple, not like, yeah. So it was great. It was a greatest 4 years of our lives, because now it's gonna be a big adjustment, because 4 years it has been the two of us, having the baby, being bought everything for, being treated, being pampered, being everything was me. So now there's going to be another little human being that's going to get more attention, my husband's attention. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not sure about how I feel about that, but yeah. Now that I had the implant for 2 years, the longer it was in my body, it was now becoming something else. It was making me grumpy. I was so moody, extremely depressed. So I don't know, it was giving me all types of feelings and all that. So I was like, I wasn't myself. My husband noticed it, so I was like, let's just take the thing off. Now when we took the thing off, it wasn't a matter of we are starting a family either. But of course, it's not like we looked at other options, like what are we gonna do next. So we were just taking the thing off with no plan, like what is next, what are we using, am I going back? So I just took off that implant in December, and then from there, then I was like, I want to get pregnant. And then I started doing my research. So I thought, like, if I'm gonna get pregnant, I can get pregnant, immediately, or after 3 months, or after 2 months, or something like that. So now the thing is, my husband and I are both born in October. Our wedding was in October. So we were like, October was a special month for us. So I was like, okay, let me calculate, let's see if I can be lucky and be one of those few people that get pregnant immediately, so that we can have our baby in October. But guess what? As humans, we plan. Mara, you know the saying. You can finish it off in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about. So, January, I was looking forward, like, okay, maybe, December, the 1st of January, I got my first periods. Before, I was getting like spotting. It wasn't like really of that like specific day and all that. It was a bit complicated. That's why I'm never going back to the implant again. So 1st of January, clean, proper. You can see that this is the right thing. Then I'm like, oh, we are good. So February, we must, be somewhere. And then when it's February, it means there's a possibility it's going to be in October or something like that. January, February, March, April. Mugela's like, oh, I am so done with that story, because it's not like I really wanted to get pregnant. It's not like I'm ready to be a mother. It's not like we are ready to change our lives. But it was a bit of mixed emotions. But at some point in March, April, I think I'd made up my mind. I was like, okay, well, I'm done with that story. Then I started drafting out my life, how it should be by the end of the year, the goals that I wanted to reach, and everything else. But no, I do that, and then May, my husband decided, let's go to the coast, like for a weekend. So we got to the service station to fill up the car. The smell was just like this. I hope that I still have that picture. I'll leave it up here. The smell was so, I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't like it. So we drove from Windhoek to Okahanja. We got to Okahanja. He decided to buy chicken. I got the chicken, ate a bit of it. So I just kept it there. The smell. By the time we got to Arandis, I couldn't take it, because the chicken smell was just in the car. I couldn't take it. Like, I just had to stop him. Like, just went out, vomited. Okay. Maybe the chicken was bad. Maybe Okanja chicken was bad. Yeah. We get to the coast. I'm just off. The mood is just off. I just don't want to do anything. What? You know what? The following day, we just drove back home. I was at the coast, and then when we came back, it was cold here, obviously. It's winter. So there's usually a meal that I love at the coast. Like, I fell in love with some years ago. Eka pap, eka cabbage, eka chicken. So that was my favorite meal. Then when we got back, I was at the coast. So when I got back, that's the first meal that I cooked. Guys, never touched the chicken. Never touched the cabbage. I just ate a bit. And I decided to put curry in it. For whatever reasons, I put curry. Usually I'll not do that. The pap, I decided to cook not mahango, but sorghum pap. I couldn't even finish the lump. I just left it there. Anyways, but none of those gave me vibes that I was pregnant or anything. I just thought maybe I was just not okay, or I don't know, maybe I was stressed. I just don't know what was going on. It never really got to me like I was pregnant. Fine. Move on. The other day, maybe a day or 2 days after, I'm craving for that same cabbage. So there was a bit. There was a head. Half of the head was still left in the fridge. I made it the same way with curry and the butternut. Don't ask me why, how, which. I don't know. Cabbage and butternut. That's how I ate it as breakfast. Cabbage, cabbage, butternut, together like so. That's how I ate breakfast. Yeah, my husband was just looking at me like, from there he was like, something is definitely wrong. You have missed your time. Something is definitely wrong. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it because I had the whole year planned now. Like, I had really major milestones that I wanted really to achieve. Major milestone that I wanted to achieve. So there's no way I can get pregnant now to be stopped from achieving whatever I want to achieve. You know? So there's no way. A week passed. The second week, I'm like, oh, maybe it's changing the date. Maybe we are changing the date. 2 pregnant tests positive. I didn't know how to feel. But it was more on the idea I don't want it anymore. You know, I had so many plans, I had so much things in the pipeline, looking forward to achieving a lot of things. So now I felt like this is going to be a trip. How am I going to finish, or how am I going to get to point Z the way I want to get there? I wasn't really feeling it as much. I wasn't so excited about it, because really I was like, my plans now are crushed. My plans are crushed. But until we got to the doctor's appointment, our first doctor's appointment, didn't you hear that heartbeat? I'm like, oh, I'm carrying a human being. His father was like, damn, I met a human. We met a human. So yeah, eventually you are there. Now I started sleeping like this, like I could hold, like, I just wanted to hold my child, my baby, you know, the whole time. Now they're sleeping, and the moods, now the eating pattern was something else. Throughout my pregnancy, all I ate was fruits and vegetables, mostly fruits. First trimester, it was all about apple, and these fruits that I was eating, mostly 99% were green fruits, and green fruits that you can think of: apples, pears, kiwis, green stuff. Up to the last month, green was the color. I don't know, I should even nickname the boy Green. So yeah, it was so beautiful. That is how I found out that I was pregnant. It was so funny. And yeah, cherry on top, the moment it was confirmed by the doctor, by that sonar, by that heartbeat, that I was pregnant. Guys, I'm married. Okay, I know I'm not wearing my ring now, but I am married. I left my mother's house like 2010 when I came to Windhoek to study. So I've been independent. I've been living on my own. But the first thing that came to mind was like, my mother. What is she going to say? You know, like, you know, when you fall pregnant as a teen, now you're worried like your mother is going to chase you out of the house. You're worried like your mother is going to be so disappointed in you. You are worried like your mother is going to be, you know, all those things. That's exactly what came to mind. Like, I was so scared for a minute, because the first person that came to mind was my mom. Like, I'm going to be chased out of a house now, or she's going to be disappointed, or I don't know why that happened. But African mothers, they must stop torturing us like this. They must stop torturing us like this. 30 something, yes, but there's still so much fear instilled of me, of my mom. Guys, this is so wrong. These are things I don't want to teach my child. Trauma, hey, it's trauma. So yeah, guys, so tell me in the comment section how your experience was when you find out that you were pregnant, like the first time.